Dear Excellencies, Ambassadors, dear guests, dear friends of the U.S. Embassy and the Investors Forum, this conference is being organized as an informative meeting to discuss TTIP, which is still in the progress of being developed. It is my distinct pleasure to introduce three individuals who will welcome you to this conference. With great pleasure, I would like to invite Ambassador McCarthy to give the welcoming speech.
We're gathered here today to talk about a major opportunity that we have in front of us through the Transatlantic Trade and Investment Partnership to boost our economic growth, propel our economies in new directions, create jobs, and set global rules. Lithuania, together with its Baltic and Nordic partners, stands poised to play a leadership role in supporting free trade and open markets for the economic future of its citizens and those of Europe. Just as we now face arbitrary actions to close markets, raise imaginary phytosanitary requirements, and stop freedom of interchange, Europe and the United States must stand firm in both defending and enhancing the open markets that have brought us such a high standard of living and where there is opportunity for all. As you will hear today, TTIP is more than just a trade negotiation. It is a new chapter in our transatlantic relationship towards an even better future. It behooves us to be strongly united in this effort to provide young people on both sides of the Atlantic a bright future where freedom of choice is valued and preserved. Not all, as we know, even nearby, have such an opportunity. Thank you.
I'd like now to introduce the Chancellor of Lithuania, Mr. Alminas Mačiulis.
Your Excellencies, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, first of all, I would like to thank Madam Ambassador and all U.S. Embassy staff members for organizing this conference. As the TTIP negotiations are among government's priorities in the field of external trade, we value every opportunity to discuss this important issue. We all know that TTIP is a unique possibility to strengthen European and American economies by creating and that of the US economy by approximately 100 billion euros. The study also found that TTIP would have a positive impact for both on skilled or less skilled workers' wages, raising each by close to 1.5%. This deal will offer huge business opportunities to our US partners by opening the EU market of 500 million citizens. The EU is already the biggest investor in the US and the largest trading partner. Every trade and investment barrier that we remove would result in significant economic benefits. Speaking about the TTIP negotiation process, a number of considerable issues are still at the preparatory stages. It is very important to speed up the implementation of politically difficult decisions, and we want to conclude the negotiations as soon as possible. We must raise the public awareness of far-reaching and reciprocal results that TTIP would deliver, and I believe this conference is a good opportunity to start doing this.
The final welcoming speech by the co-host of the Investors Forum, Mr. Rolandas Valiūnas.
Your Excellencies, Ambassadors, esteemed business representatives, ladies and gentlemen, U.S. Ambassador set the standard for the short opening speech. The idea behind is to induce all negotiators on both sides to remove their remarks, hundreds of those they have in their pocket, and to make negotiation as short as possible. But it is my great pleasure on behalf of the Investors Forum to welcome all of you today to this conference dedicated to trade agreement between EU and US. It is an honor to address me as distinguished gathering for this extremely important subject. Investors Forum, as an association of biggest and most active investors in Lithuanian economy originating on both sides of Atlantic Ocean, we have to admit that lowering the trade barriers maximizes business efficiency potential of the countries, including Lithuania, and is always of tremendous significance. A few months ago, released 2014 Transatlantic Trades Report indicated that majorities of the public opinion on both sides of Atlantic continue to hold positive views. It cannot be otherwise, bearing in mind that US and EU trade makes almost half of world's GDP and around 1/3 of world's trade flows. Ultimately, what we have to share is greater than what we have to divide. We have the differences, of course, and we should recognize there are few things that divide us. But we have to work together and to remove those differences and trade barriers. That could benefit our economies by amplifying our international competitiveness, job creations, and fueling the economic growth.